Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel where today we're going over my Week 16 NFL Power Rankings. I know it's been a while since I've done one of them. Had a couple of crazy weeks here in my life between recovering from going up to see my first ever Packers game up in Lambeau to moving to my new house with my wife. It's been a lot, so I didn't do power rankings or predictions last week. But we're back here this week to go with my Week 16 Power Rankings. Same tiers as usual. We got Super Bowl tier, Division tier, Wild Card tier, Meh tier, Bad tier, and Booty tier. And we're going to get started here with the Arizona Cardinals getting absolutely curb stomped by the Houston Texans. Oh, pardon me. And so, yeah, I'm putting the Cardinals definitely into Booty tier. They're just not a good football team. The regime is going to change. Kyler Murray is going to be out of here. And Jacoby Brissett is doing the best he can to just have some semblance of offense. Putting up 20 points against a really good Texas defense is not too shabby, but man, the defense giving up 40 when your head coach is a defensive specialist, yeah, not good there at all. But Atlanta, gonna put you in meh because that was an impressive performance from you guys. 29-28 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kyle Pitts finally had a breakout game. Like 11 catches for 160 yards, 3 touchdowns. Of course, my sister-in-law had him against me in fantasy football playoffs this week. So I'm already behind the 8-ball pretty badly there. But, yeah, solid week for Atlanta, getting a big divisional win there. Trying to see if you got anything left in the tank there. So up there is Atlanta. Next up, Baltimore. Still going to put you in wild card. Don't know how much I trust you guys, but great recovery victory against the Bengals where they previously beat you on Thanksgiving. 24-0 shutout of what Bengals team actually had been pretty solid on offense the past couple of weeks. Absolutely awful game by Joe Burrow there. So, yeah, Baltimore plays some really good football. Also, next up, Buffalo. Going up in Super Bowl tier. They're now first place in the division after beating the Patriots here. And just the fact that they came from behind in this game, they were down like 24 to... They were down, 24-7 at one point, and then they just kind of took over the game here between James Cook and Dawson Knox getting a couple touchdowns there. I mean, just a great game by both teams there. So Buffalo playing really good football. Right now they don't have the division lead, so they're going to be there in Super Bowl. So, but yeah, no, great game for Buffalo. The game they absolutely needed to have, and they did. Actually, move Atlanta down to bad because meh goes Carolina. What the heck was that? You had a prime chance after Thursday Night Football to take control of your division, and then you went to New Orleans and lost on a game-winning field goal. What the stinking heck is wrong with you, Carolina? What is wrong with you? Seriously. So, yeah, stay down there. You're... bleh. Next up, Chicago. Staying in division. Dominant victory against the... Cleveland Browns are 31-3. Defense showed up. I mean, Myles Garrett did terrorize Caleb Williams, but that's all about Cleveland could do because Caleb Williams made one of the most impressive throws I have ever seen. If you get that Caleb Williams consistently going in the future, you guys are going to be a very tough out. I'm concerned a bit about some of the wide receiver injuries for you guys, particularly Roman Dunze and Luther Burden might not play this week against Green Bay. Huge game for you guys again to get revenge against the Packers. I hope you don't, but you had the team to do it. So up there in division, Chicago, Cincinnati. What the heck was that? After going toe-to-toe with the Bills last week, you absolutely dropped an egg against the Ravens here and got yourself eliminated from the playoffs. Yeah, Joe Burrow might pull an Andrew Luck here. I would not be surprised if he does. So, yeah, Bengals, bad. Browns, booty. Got destroyed by the Bears. Shedeur Sanders, after having a pretty good game against the Titans, got absolutely destroyed there. So, yeah. The only thing you guys got going for you is Myles Garrett going after the NFL sack record. So, that's all you got. So, down there in booty. Next up, Dallas. Meh. How do you let J.J. McCarthy destroy you guys? How? How? Basically, you guys are outside of playoff contention based for now. There's really no hope for you guys. And so, yeah, you're staying in meh. I know you guys are celebrating Micah Parsons working out slightly better in your favor, but, yeah, not good there from Dallas. Next up, the Denver Broncos. They're going with my Super Bowl tier. They beat a contender in Green Bay. Bo Nix, if he plays like that for the whole playoffs, the Broncos have a legitimate shot with that defense to make the Super Bowl. Now, I will say, their defense did get diced up in that first half by Jordan Love, and some of their run game stopping was not good, but Pastor Dan had a game-changing interception there against Jordan Love on a deep shot, so that changed the course of the game, and Bo Nix diced up the Packers defense. So, yeah, up there in Super Bowl tier is Denver. Dropping down in tier is Detroit, mainly because of how crowded the NFC playoff picture is. They're actually going to be the 8th seed in the standings right now. So, yeah, they're currently the 8th seed, behind Green Bay by a couple of games there. Not too good there for Carolina. They really needed this Rams game to get ahead, but could not do it against one of the best teams in football right now. My best team in football, actually. So, yeah, Detroit down a wild card. Green Bay, I'm keeping in division. I still believe that this team can make a run. Obviously, the Micah Parsons injury is huge. A big portion of why this defense has been successful is because they had the freak of Micah Parsons. So now it's going to be up to defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley to do what he did last season and dial up weird blitzes, weird things going on, especially with Edgerrin Cooper potentially. And Rashawn Gary needs to play better. And I do believe this team can still make a run. If Jordan Love and this offense plays like they did for the first half they did against a really dang good Broncos defense, this team can make a deep run. This week against Chicago is going to be huge. If they play really, really well against Chicago, even in a loss, I still believe this team will have a successful season. But if they get stomped by the Bears, Packers season is done. It's not doom and gloom yet, but yeah, that the injuries were tough against the Broncos there. So Green Bay in division. Also in division, Houston. Speaking of teams that have a good defense, my goodness, this Texas team is good on defense. Absolutely made Arizona's life miserable for them. And the offense had a good showing against a bad Cardinals defense. I think the Texans are a less supercharged version of the Broncos. I do believe the Broncos have a higher ceiling with their offense. The Texans don't have quite as high of a ceiling, but the defense is legit. So the offense just remains competent. This is a team that could go far. Next up is Indianapolis. I will keep them wild card. I think, considering they're starting Phillip Rivers on the road against the Seahawks, one of the best teams in football, they did all right. They really did all right here. They did lose that game in a close game there against Seattle. But, hey, Phillip Rivers shows he can still play football a little bit there. Get, not the Seahawks defense. And I think this is a team that can still sneak its way into a playoff spot. It's going to be tough, but I do believe they can still try to make it in. Next up is the Jacksonville Jaguars, who, after absolutely stomping the New York Jets, have put themselves in a really good position to win the AFC South. Second half, Trevor Lawrence has looked like a completely different quarterback, playing some really, really good ball there. So, yeah, big win there, and they got a good chance to win the division. Next up, Kansas City. I'm putting them in bad. Even if they still have Mahomes, they'll be in meh due to just, missing the playoffs, not playing the greatest football. But you lose Mahomes for the rest of the year, and this team is going to be unwatchable. I mean, Gardner Minshew as a quarterback with this already not great offense around him. Yeah, no. Kansas City, just reset, try to figure out your cap, get back next year. You're done. It might even be the end of the dynasty as well. So, Kansas City bad. Chargers going up the wild card. They're the team that got rid of the big evil Chiefs. Granted, I did take Mahomes getting injured to win this game, but hey, Herbert also got hurt, has been hurt all year, still found ways to win, and they're very comfortably going to make the playoffs as a wild card team. Now, do I think they're going to get very far? No, I don't. But still, good solid year for the Chargers here, going to make the playoffs here. But number one team is the LA Rams. I mean, offensive shootout against the Lions there, able to come away with the victory. Matthew Stafford, 100% is going to be the MVP. I mean, there's not anything else to say. He had 368 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. against the Lions there. Stafford's going to win his MVP, really solidifying his Hall of Fame case there. And if he also wins another Super Bowl, which this Rams team definitely can, definitely a Hall of Famer. So yeah, up there in Super Bowl. Next up is the Raiders. Do I even need to say anything else? They're terrible. They're awful. They're the worst team in football. What the heck is happening there? 31-0 loss. So yeah, Raiders bad. Next up is the Dolphins. Going into bad. I mean, just a pitiful performance against the Steelers there. And they benched Tua for Quinn Ewers. Are we? Ugh. Yeah, I think Mike McDaniel's trying to get himself fired. They're not playing good football at all. Moving up to meh is the Minnesota Vikings. Even though they did get eliminated from the playoffs here, you got to be encouraged with how J.J. McCarthy played against the Cowboys here. Absolutely had a good game there. So, yeah, up there in meh. Next up is New England. Even with the loss to the Bills there, really good game between these two teams. This Patriots team is legit. TreVeyon Henderson is emerging as a really, really good running back here for them. Drake May continues to do Drake May things. And the defense is a bit concerned that they let the Bills come back in this game so easily. But yeah, no, still a very good team there up in New England. The Saints, they're playing better. They're playing better. Definitely more in a top tier booty. I mean, Tyler Shuck is proving his haters wrong. He's playing some really solid quarterbacking here. Right now, the Saints are trying to build a winning culture. I know they should not win for draft picks, but some of these teams, you want to be encouraged by victories because it shows that the team is buying into the culture this new coaching staff is building. And the Saints are definitely that team doing that right now. So, yeah, good up there for New Orleans. The Giants, I mean, how do you lose to the Commanders? How do you lose to the Commanders? That was pitiful. That was awful. That was bad. You're bad. So, down there in booty. Next up is the Jets, also in booty. Just absolutely awful team. Nothing else really for me to say. Aaron Glenn might be one and done due to how bad this team has been. He might be one and done. No idea what's going on there in New York. Both these teams are bad. Next up, Philadelphia in division. I mean, they play the Raiders. Not much else to say. They did get a shout out. Saquon had a pretty solid game, but yeah, not much else for me to say about Philadelphia. I'm still concerned about this offense against good teams, but they got the job done there as well, so up there in division. Going in wild card is Pittsburgh. I mean, they got the job done against the Dolphins. Kept their game lead on the Ravens there. Going to come down to the wire for this division. So up there in wild card tier for me is Pittsburgh. Next up, Seattle. Super Bowl tier. Granted, it was a very close game against the Philadelphia Colts team. I still believe in this team and their defense. Big game here tonight between the Rams and Seahawks. Probably going to be the best Thursday night football game of the year between these two teams here. That's basically going to determine who gets the 1 seed in the NFC. Huge matchup here. Both these teams are going to be good, so up there in Super Bowl tier. Next up, San Francisco. Wild card for me. They beat up on the Titans. Not much else to say about that. Brock Purdy had a good day, but again, it was the Titans. Not much else to really say. Tampa Bay. Does any team want to win the NFC South? We're going to have a team like the Lions or Packers or even Bears or Niners miss the playoffs, but a crappy team like the Buccaneers or Panthers will get in because they win the division. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So, down there in meh. Titans. Showed a bit more fight this week. I mean, Cam Ward is trying his best to make gold out of crap, but until this team gets better talent around them, the Titans are going to be bad for a while. Next up, the Commanders. Going to be down here in bad. I mean, they got the win against a bad Giants team, but again, trying to see if you can get some wins here or there. So, up there in bad. So, that's my tier list this week. We got in Super Bowl tier the Rams, Broncos, Seahawks, Bills, and Patriots. Division is Bears, Eagles, Jaguars, Packers, Texans. Wild card is 49ers, Steelers, Chargers, Lions, Colts, Ravens. Meh is Buccaneers, Panthers, Cowboys, Vikings. Bad is Chiefs, Dolphins, Falcons, Bengals, Commanders. And in booty, we have the Saints, Cardinals, Giants, Titans, Jets, Browns, Raiders. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.